Hey there, and welcome back to episode 13 of Sit Back with Susmit.
As you guys can see, we have our guest, Pranav Manoj, and today we are going to be talking about social awkwardness. So, Pranav, do you have any experience with being socially awkward?
A lot, man, a lot. Like, literally a lot. Like, for instance, I think I was in sixth grade or something. No, I was in sixth grade. So, fourth grade, I guess. I guess I was in fourth grade. So, me and my parents were just casually out for evening walk. We are in a really, how you say, fully inhabited area of Bahrain. We are in Manama, like the center of Bahrain. We keep walking and I see a stall next to me and I'm like, oh, that looks shiny. And then I don't realize my parents, they just kept moving forward and they didn't even realize that they left their son behind. And then I'm like, oh shit, where's my parents? And I see someone in front of me and I think that's my mom and I go grab her hand and we just keep walking until we keep walking until my dad comes back and pulls me away.
Oh God!
And that's when I realized I've been holding the hand of a Filipino lady. And she didn't even realize it. She didn't even realize she had a kid holding her hand. For God knows I could have been in Somalia by now, human trafficked.
Oh God! In Bhutan or Somalia,
Bhutan,
I
Somalia, man.
I think a lot of experiences that are similar to this, like mostly it's just saying hello papa or hello mama to some random guy, random woman that you don't know, or
Exactly.
like I bully my sister a lot. So like sometimes I tap on a little girl. One time I almost kicked a little girl thinking it was my sister, and I realized, oh wait, no, it's not. No, it's not. So I had to like
Oh
do
God.
this awkward move with my leg to get it back. It was so awkward, man.
Imagine if you actually kicked her and parents are like, hey,
They're
why
like,
is this
"Ugh."
random kid? Hey, why are you kicking my daughter, you fool? And they just fire on you and you become like a big case.
No, that I deserve that, man. Well, I think there's two different types of no, three different types of social awkwardness.
Three different, yeah.
There's one with strangers, there's one with friends, and there's one with family. Do you have any experience with family?
Family, yeah, I have one with family. Like, so again, I'm in sixth grade and I'm like this shy, dumb kid, so I don't talk much. So I think my parents, we went for shopping, we just came out of supermarket and my father's brother also like live with us, like not live with us, like they live in the same country as us. So, we can meet each other periodically sometimes. So I'm walking down and my parents are like in front. They have like they're carrying like the whole shopping bag or something. And I'm just going back. I'm looking through my I guess I had like what? I had a phone or something, like Nokia or something. I'm playing Snake on it. And suddenly someone
Classic.
grabs me from the back and just picks me. Just picks me up. Like literally, he doesn't even care. He just picks me up. I'm like, who is this? And I start crying. Then my dad, he's like, yo, who is the kid? And he looks back and he just sees me being picked up by someone random. And that's when he realizes it's my uncle, like my dad's brother. He just he saw us walking down. He's like, yo, instead of talking like a normal human being, instead of being like a civilized person, I'm gonna go grab their child and see their reaction. My dad's like, yo, you could have almost been caught by the police or something. Could have been arrested right now for like kidnapping a child. It was so awkward after that. My uncle was like, okay.
Like, sorry,
He just kept
bro.
silent for the whole
So
evening.
sorry.
I'm
Uh,
sorry. I'm sorry for kidnapping your son, man. It's just part of, the brotherly love.
Dude, sometimes when my cousins come over, like many of my cousins are younger than me. So like they often sleep on my bed with me. And one time I woke up in the middle of the night to my cousin screaming because he's really scared of dogs and I have sushi. So he's like, oh my God, no, 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 I don't want sushi. So like in the middle of the night, he's like, no, sushi's there, no. And I'm like, dude, calm down, we're sleeping, chill.
It's
And
just a
yeah,
dog, bro.
in
Chill,
general,
bro. It's not.
uh, in general, I think any cousin below 10 is going to be awkward with you. Oh, and
So awkward.
yeah. But the more painful type of awkwardness, I would say, is with your friends. Like, uh, as you said earlier, you try to be a stand-up comedian. Maybe tell us about that.
Yeah. So like again, this all happened in sixth grade. I don't know what's so special about it. I didn't have much friends. Like as of right now, I didn't have any friends. Like maybe I had Nikhil. Like Nikhil was my best friend, but I guess he was absent. Like he went to India or something, so he was absent for long days. So I'm bored here, and I'm thinking like, you know what? Let's be a public nuisance today. So I like there'll be like groups of boys or girls, like they'll be talking. ISB man, like my school, everyone will be affiliated with the gang. Like either you be with the Guju gang or with the Mallu gang. So I just interrupt their convo. They were talking something serious or something like about breakups and all. These girls. So I go there. I'm like, I don't even remember the joke. I crack some joke and they all look at me like, who are you? Why are you here? And do we even know you? And
Uh,
then these are girls. These are girls, bro. These are girls. They start doing the mean girls thing. Like, get out of here. This. I was publicly humiliated that day.
God. Oh, one time, these two people were crying, and so I walked up to them and I told them some crappy knock knock. Who's there? Like, here, let's do it. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting cow poop.
Moo! I cracked this. It was such a bad joke, right? It was such a bad joke. So I walked up. I'm like, knock
Oh
knock,
my.
knock knock, knock knock. I kept on asking them,
No, cool.
and then they finally pushed me away. And later, one of them comes up
Oh
to me and
my.
says, one of them comes up to me and says, his grandma died. You shouldn't do that. And I'm like, oh my god, what? Like, I don't know why I have the audacity. I don't know why I did that. I think I wanted
Oh my
attention.
god.
It's
Imagine
really awkward.
you imagine you're that kid and you're just hit with the news that your grandma is like she passed away and you're like your friend is comforting you and this random kid just comes like doctor,
These
doctor,
nuts.
who's there? Who's there? Who's there?
Knock
Hello,
knock.
who's there? Doctor, okay, please, I have no friends. Talk to me.
It's just
But then like yeah, but then sometimes the social awkwardness it really helps you a lot. Like
yeah. That's
right?
very
Like
true.
you learn from these. You learn from this. Like then you understand like you should know what to do in a like when you're in a social place like in your gathering you know what to do and what not to do and
Yeah.
to learn that you need the social awkward like these situations in which you're really awkward and everyone's just staring at you like you've done some big crime or something. It really helps at times, really helped
Yeah.
me especially me. I didn't have like any friends up until sixth grade. Like I didn't have anyone like I didn't have a group or something. Like I only had Nikhil and maybe Emma also. Like we were the only like I had only these friends. And after like I think my grandma is the one. She like you go for some events. You start talking. You're good at talking, right? You start going for speech contests and all. From there, it just kind of went down, like spiraled into what I am right now. Like from there, teachers started picking me out for every like speech and all. Then some teachers forced me into group dance, and from there I got a lot of friends. Like I grew as a person from there.
Yeah.
Sometimes from like you need this social awkward experience to like grow as a person.
Yeah, for sure, man. I think
For
social
sure.
awkwardness, like social awkwardness and learning from it is partially why I have the podcast. And in general, it helps so much, as you said, like you learn what to do in situations, you learn what not to do.
Mm,
And the best part is you learn what makes people laugh or what makes people appreciate what
exactly.
you're doing, which is a very good thing.
Exactly.
Or in general, you know how to get
It
people's
helps me.
attention. I think
Exactly.
yeah, I think the best example for me, I was 5 and I had spikes in my hair. Like I had hair gel and it was spiky.
Yeah.
So I thought I was like so cool. I was like walking around like, oh, I was like this. So I was in the mall and I had a ball with me. So I threw it and I shattered a bunch of cups. And so like there was a bunch of people standing around me just watching like this. To be fair, like it was probably much less than I think because I was only 5 then, but
Yeah,
like
you tend to exaggerate things.
yeah, you tend to
Like
exaggerate
when
things.
you remember back.
But that taught me like, dude, just stay in your lane. Don't think you're so cool just because you have spikes in your hair. But yeah.
Spikes and all, man. What are you? Punk rock band leader or something with like mohawk. I smash cops. I'm so edgy. I'm so alt. You know,
Smashing cars.
capitalism down, socialism back again, comrade. Salute. Viva comradism. I don't know. I'm
The
sorry.
Communist Manifesto, just pull that out. Oh
Communist
God.
manifesto. Like, just taking a communist manifesto, just racing into the air. You think like people join behind you, like it's some South Indian movie. Let's go communism, and then everyone's just like, "Is this kid all right?
Like, bro, shut up. Oh,
Are you
so
okay, kid? Where's your
yeah.
parents?"
Okay, so Pranav, I have a very important question for you.
Mhm.
You mentioned many awkward situations that you had. What do you think you would
Exactly.
do, like if you could travel back in time and fix those situations? What would you do differently?
Uh, First thing I would do is not grab the lady's hand. That was like the biggest mistake of my life.
You would.
That's where this all started. Before that I was like shy kid who didn't got into any trouble. But after that, my dad's like, I don't trust you anymore. I don't trust you anymore. Naughty boy. Just from that day onwards, man, my life has been like this, just
Could have
in a
been in
spiral.
could have been in
I,
Somalia
I
right
could have
now.
been in Somalia. That's the thing. I could have been in Somalia. I could have been trafficked. I could have been in child trafficking racket, bro. And my mom got really scared that day. She's like, "You don't leave my hand anymore. I'll buy a leash for you. I'll buy a handcuffs for you or something. I'll chain you around or something." I'm like, "What did I do? You left me behind."
She'll leash you
Yeah,
like a
but that's
dog
the
and
one thing. Like, come here with me. Why are you going there? Oh man, she shouted me so much in Malayalam that day. I don't even remember the words.
okay, so what I would do differently in the situation where I was about to crack a bad joke to a guy with a grieving guy with a dead grandma. First, if I could physically go back, I would slide tackle my younger self and shut him up. Like, dude, shut up! No, no. But
Oh kid.
if I mentally went back, then the first thing I would do is like slap myself, walk out the classroom just to make sure I don't
Shoot.
mess up. But
Oh man.
I guess like that situation did teach me some maturity in like a few
Mm,
aspects. Pranav, my last question for
mm,
you. Do you have
mm.
any advice when it comes to being socially awkward?
Oh, the biggest advice I can give you is be yourself.
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
just be yourself. If people don't like you, it's either their fault or it's their opinion, man. You can't like force your opinion on someone else. If
Yeah,
they do like you, keep what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Like, just be just be aware of the situations around you.
yeah,
Like if you're in a
be
large gathering, just be quiet. Just like talk in a toned down voice or something. If you're with friends, just go with their flow. Like what are they vibing to? You vibe with them.
yeah,
Exactly. Just be
exactly.
yourself.
Yeah, if a person doesn't like you, then they're an idiot. Just avoid them. That's
Exactly.
my advice. Like
Exactly.
they're not worth your time. Then. And yeah,
Head empty. Head empty hours.
yeah,
Head empty hours.
yeah, you have to be yourself. I don't think you're human if you're not socially awkward. Even if you're extroverted, you are going to be in awkward situations. And
Exactly.
yeah, you
Sometimes yes. Every
yeah
time
you need
probably.
yeah exactly you need to be, as you said, socially aware. You need to be aware of your surroundings. One time my sister was like doing some random gymnastics like this, and she hit sambar into a guy's face, like hot sambar. So you need to be socially aware. Situations like that
You
is
need to
what
be aware
teaches
of
you.
his.
Yeah, situations like those are what
Exactly.
teach you to like be a normal person. Yeah,
You
okay.
know, yeah, like, I can like tell one more thing. Like when you're like there in between your friends and some other dude comes in and your friends are like talking to them, and then you're just standing there like
Like,
you just look at them weirdly and you crack a joke and they're like, "What
huh?
in the hell?
Huh? Yeah.
What what in the name of tarnation are you talking about, child?" So many situations I've been with that.
What
But
would you
then
do in those
being
situations?
yourself, like, if I could be there physically, I would literally like slap him like, "Shut up,
Get out
shut
of
up."
here,
I will
man.
literally slap
My
myself.
friends.
Get out of here, kid. Nobody likes you. Get out of here. But then like adapting those situations is like one big thing. Like one of the biggest, how you say, strength like a person could have, like adapting
Yeah,
to those awkward
exactly.
situations, like turning around the awkward silences into something more like more meaningful or something more fun. It's what like a person could possibly have like one of his biggest strength.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I
public speaking
couldn't
really
agree
helps with
more.
that. Public speaking
Yeah,
is like number one key to it.
yeah.
If I have
That's like
public speaking, I wouldn't be here.
yeah, my
I wouldn't
number
be
one
here the
solution.
way I am.
Yeah, my number one solution. I was in a gavel club, which is part of Toastmasters, and Toastmasters is a public
Yeah, I know.
speaking
I know. I know. I
organization.
was
Yeah.
this president of my gavel club.
Same, bro. We were both presidents. Nice, bro.
I until
Yeah.
I until I dropped the club into bankruptcy, and I
Yeah.
said adios and I just left.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've both been in gavel clubs. Like for anyone who doesn't know, I just
Exactly.
told you. And yeah, since we've both been past presidents, we couldn't recommend enough to join any public speaking class. It
Join
doesn't
public
need to
speaking.
be gavel club. It doesn't need to be Toastmasters. It could be online, but just teach yourself public speaking because that is one of the best solutions. And if you learn that, you can go so much farther and you can be less
So
socially
much
awkward.
farther. So much, man. I can still imagine, like, if I hadn't taken those if I hadn't joined Gavel's Club in sixth grade, I wouldn't even be here. I wouldn't even talk to you right now. I couldn't even talk to you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
I
have even
wouldn't,
met you, man.
yeah. If I didn't
I
do
wouldn't have met
gavel
you. I
club,
wouldn't have met anyone.
exactly.
Like I like, listen, if I have the confidence to go text random strangers to like how you used to post start talking or talk
Yeah,
more,
yeah.
like if I didn't have this courage to press start talking, I wouldn't have met you or the whole gang.
Exactly.
it
And
it helped me a lot, like
yeah,
till now where I am. I can't emphasize this enough. It will help you. It will help you. Like,
it will help you
it's one of the
the
biggest
most.
best things you can do to yourself.
Yeah.
It can help you the
So,
most.
yeah. Without gavel club, I wouldn't have the podcast. And in general, it helps you in pretty much any situation just because you know how to handle the situation a lot better. So yeah,
Exactly.
definitely join a gavel club and be yourself. That's our advice.
If you
really.
can't join a Gavels club, just start talking to yourself in the mirror, or like call a family member and just start talking
Yeah.
to them
And then
and
call a
ask them to
friend.
point out, like,
Yeah,
call a
point
friend,
out.
just start talking more.
Yeah, you don't even
They'll
need
point
to.
out your mistakes, like,
You don't even need to call another person. Just record yourself speaking and then find out your mistakes. And that's
exactly.
where you start learning, which is awesome to me.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay, so now we'll film the outro. Oh, bro, I was talking over
Yeah.
you so much. I'm sorry.
No, man. I think I talked over you
No,
so
it's
much.
okay.
Like,
It's okay.
I guess it happens. It happens
No,
when two talkative people start talking.
exactly. I
Just
think
start overlapping each other.
we just keep on actually I'll say this. Anyway, okay, so now the outro. Okay, 3, 2, 1. So, guys, we've reached the end of this episode. We talked about social awkwardness, which is something that pretty much everyone goes through and is going through at every moment. Pranav, I had so much fun like listening to you. My jaws hurt from laughing and smiling so much, man.
My brain already, I feel my brain already growing because you talk like a lot of like smart, like,
Yeah, you do
I'm
too.
lost for words, man. You talk so much that it's actually filling up my brain.
I
My
think
brain is getting actually bigger.
we both talk
We
so
both
much
we
that our
both talk
jaws
so
are
much,
also
man.
dropping off. Yeah.
I haven't laughed this much since I saw my cousin slip on milk on the floor or something. He just did a backflip, I guess. He just did a backflip and just fell down.
Oh,
Exactly like cartoon, man.
dude, it was so much
Oh,
fun
man.
recording. It was so much fun recording with you today.
Same, man. I hadn't had this much fun since school closed. You know,
Yeah, man.
school was fun.
Yeah.
I'm actually kidding. School was fun.
School was fun, especially in real life with your friends. That's like something you just
Exactly.
stop valuing, and then you realize you should have valued.
Exactly, man.
Yeah. Well, Pranav, thanks for attending. This was awesome. I hope that everyone listening learned a lot from what we just said. And Sushmit out and
Pranav out. Godspeed to you guys.